A beautiful Tuesday evening, and you are logged on to Shine TV. I welcome you to the Dr. Love Show. I am your host, Na Ashoko Ajay. And like you know, I always have with me a wonderful guest that is ready to serve you with all that you need. And today, I have a special guest in the house. Guess who? The senior pastor for Porter's Triumphant Ministry, Tema Community 5 Assembly, Reverend Michael Adote Adote. Osofo, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Good evening
At
to you
least I
all.
believe you are doing good.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I bring you.
As we are here today, my listeners are ready to have all of you. I believe you are ready to also give them all that you have.
By the grace of God, God will intervene, and I'm sure by the close of today's episode, the Lord is going to touch as many as He could, and is one person that at all times, when the people of God call upon Him, He comes to do new things in their lives. So I'm trusting God. And as I've availed myself, I know the Holy Spirit will speak through me to touch somebody's life today.
Thank you very much. The good Lord bless and strengthen you to deliver your best. And at this juncture, we will just go straight to our story of the day, like we always do, so that we can take it on from there. But I'll take this minute to acknowledge our sponsors, our Papa of the house, Apostle Felix Henry Dowu of the Abundance Grace Apostolic Church, and then Fredco Constructions Limited, Bueller's Collection, and my beautiful makeup from Miss Na Glamour. Now let's go straight to the story of the day. Dear Dr. Love, I'm dating two women unaware. They knew each other. They knew each other until recently. Both relationships are 3 months old, and I'm still getting to know them. They are acquaintances, not close friends. I'm scared they will discover I'm seeing both. How can I keep this hidden without hurting them? I'm not ready to let go yet. They text occasionally, but I worry about accidental exposure. Please advise me on how to navigate this situation discreetly. This is serious.
This yes.
Over to you, Sofo.
Okay. By the grace of God, Bible admonishes us to stick to one woman. And because this is a love show, I want to admonish all young gents, ladies and gentlemen that are growing up, that are courting, that are going through tough relationships. This is the channel I recommend to them because there are a lot of solutions here.
Yeah.
And today, God is going to give another solution to another problem.
Right.
Okay. So if I should go to what the text are sent in, one could ask in the first place, why should a nice gentleman date two women at a time? First of all, you must look at your financial stability. Now, your wig alone could cause another man attraction, right?
Yeah.
So it means that if you want to keep both, you need to spend more.
Exactly.
But looking at what is the person is asking, the person don't want to create confusion between the two.
Exactly.
So I want to do all there before I give my final verdict or advice to him. Whatever man does, it has a repercussion on him or his generation. So I want to take you to what happened to Joseph in the Bible. Bible says that Joseph loved his brethren because he was a dreamer and was a little boy among his senior brethren. Dreamt several dreams and gave interpretation of the dreams to the brothers. But there is a rema here. When Joseph told his family the dream, he did not give them interpretation of the dream.
Exactly.
They gave interpretation of the dream that Joseph had. So this is the rema. Joseph was a dreamer, but the entire family They were interpreters of dreams. They understand the realms of the spirit even more than Joseph.
Joseph.
Because Joseph could wake up from bed and just come to the parents. This is what I saw. Waiting for them to tell him something. So he was just the vision carrier.
Okay.
But the mother, the father, the brothers
Very well.
all understood spiritual growth. They understood spiritual things. So they could tell him that, are you trying to tell us that a day is coming that we your parents, and your senior brothers will bow before you? You get it?
Yeah.
I brought this scenario for all listeners and watchers of this particular show to know that, one, all road may seem right or gearing towards a particular direction, but the one road that leads us to the right thing, it is a communication between man and God. So for you to date two women in separation, you are trying to put two heads together. Yes, here is where the problem is. From its summation, it means that these are friends, but they are not that close friends. It says once in a blue moon, the two, even that means the two have contact and they will chat or WhatsApp each other at a given time. Perhaps if something comes up and one phone comes into one sense.
I think that's his fear.
If that is his fear, then why don't you put a stop to one? I want to talk like a young guy who is growing up, who is not yet married, and is trying to test the waters, which one will be good for himself. This is not a tangent we must go. We mustn't pick two at a time. Bible even admonishes us to study, learn, and approve of ourselves. So if you want the two of them, you can't marry the two at a go. So if you can't marry two at a go, it means that you are supposed to pick one. But here, let me tell this gentleman what he should do. In Genesis, Bible says God gave Adam the garden. He did not give the garden to Adam and Eve. He gave the garden to Adam. And he gave specific instructions. He said, dress it and keep it. That is where its solution is. Genesis chapter 4. Dress it and keep it. Why did God say you should dress it and keep it? Who was the garden? Eve was the garden. So Eve is going to show a lot of attitude, a lot of character. It is up to Adam to dress those attitude and keep it. So this goes to all men. If you are in any relationship that you think what the woman is doing is not right, what the man is doing is not right, Bible is admonishing us. God is telling us to dress it and keep it. So I'm telling this young man, pick one. Because you will say, a heart, you are the apple of my heart. So your heart, anytime they come around, or anytime you are talking to them, you have strange feelings for the two of them. You can't tell me it is equal feelings for both of them. There's a little bit slight different. So I want you to pick one, dress it the way the other person is doing that you like. You train this one to also do same. And this go out to all relationships. If you are in any toxic relationship, I admonish you to dress it. If your lady don't know how to talk, you teach her how to talk. If your man don't know how to dress, you teach him how to dress. You are dressing it to keep it.
Unless maybe you are not ready to keep.
Yes. Unless you are telling me that, oh, I'm not ready. The way he is going about things, I don't think I can.
So is it advisable to, once you feel like I don't like the way things are going, and maybe I've tried to speak about it for a number of times or dress it, but it is not working out. Be there and then get another one.
Okay, so if I understood your question very well, you have spoken about it, you have taken actions about a particular incident. Have you also checked yourself the approach in which you use in correcting that wrong?
Okay.
You must check if you are doing it severally and it's not working, then you must check your approach, which is one. I don't advise third parties into relationships, but sometimes you must identify one person if you really love the person. And I'm using my words carefully here. I'm not using love here. I'm saying if you really love,
Okay.
that means you are quelling into you.
Mm-hmm.
You want it. It's not English love.
Okay.
Then I would advise you to bring that third person, which the other person shies.
Okay.
So I know you shy, Reverend Apostle. If I think our relationship is getting toxic, the first approach will let I get closer to Apostle. Apostle, my relationship is getting toxic. And I know as for Antina, as soon as it comes to you, his heart will be mended. You won't drag issues. It will be solved amicably. So with that, I will tell you, or I can say that this is it. Try as much as possible to check the approach.
Okay.
And if the approach, the second approach, is also not going well, most of the times it is the person's character. You know, we have, how do I even put it? We have characters, the sanguine, the cholerics, the types of lifestyle people live. Some, theirs is, bah, 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 bah. It says as it is. Sometimes you must also check mood swings.
Okay.
Sometimes you must check mood swings. Okay, this issue, I want to approach it. At this particular time, is it good for me to approach this issue? Or should I wait? When tempers are down, then I come in. So sometimes you must check the season in which you are or the particular surroundings of where the issues are happening. That particular arena or that particular hour. If whether it is ready and ripe for it, then you go for it. But our advice our writer, our questionnaire, to stick to one person. Other than that, he will tear family. Because these are friends. I'm sure they are growing their friendship. As ladies, they are also growing their friendship. They
Yes.
goes to sit under one friend's wedding and they began to discuss. You know, ladies love to discuss. If you want to see how ladies discuss well, go to weddings. When their friends are married, when you get there, you see how they discuss their relationships. Oh, we knew when they started, and this is where the Lord has taken them. As soon as those comes up, people start to pinpoint the flaws of their guys. So I'll pray for him that he resent his mission and choose one, dress it, and keep it.
In this his situation that he's saying, he's now getting to know them. How and what do we tell him, like, to make him be able to know which one to choose? And because in his writing he's saying that
Yeah.
he's now getting to
Getting
know
to
the
know them.
both of them, and then he has interest in the both of them too.
So what I will tell him is that you can't know a woman if it's not living under your roof.
Really?
Yes. There is nobody in any relationship, and I'm saying it. There is nobody in any relationship if the person is not living under your roof. I have witnessed two marriages. I don't want to mention the name of the churches. I was there. I was part of it. I was part of the wedding. In the space from the church auditorium to their honeymoon that same day, separation.
Wow.
Yes. You wouldn't know the person you are marrying if you are not living under the same roof. Roof with, and I will explain.
Okay.
So this is it.
I was about to ask.
Yes. This is it. One. All men, and I'm using the English word men, which put together both male and female, are all pretenders when it comes to relationship. When it comes to relationship, they are all pretenders. Everybody is working together for good. So you want it to be good. To you, I want to, this is what my guy wants. So I dress to suit my guy.
Okay.
This is what my lady wants. So I does it, and in pleasing of her. Are you not pretending?
It's pretense.
So you are making sure you don't wrong the person.
Yeah.
As soon as the proposal comes, as soon as your family is met, as soon as the ring is putting on your finger, you now come out from your shells. It's like you are a snail.
Yeah.
So whatever you are doing it gradually. You don't want to step on any toes.
Yes.
I had an issue, and this is the issue. There was this young couple that wanted to get married, so they came to see me, and I prayed with them. The guy did not want to even come closer because he think I know him, so I might say certain things for the marriage too. So I told the lady that, one, don't look at the financial stability of your guy's mom. Other than that, when you enter into the marriage, it will affect you. Don't look at the flashy cards. Look at your future and look at your life in the marriage. It has been God for that particular marriage to be alive as we speak. Because the pretense was too much. The two of them.
Reverend, sometimes when others bring out the real them, and then they see that because of that, maybe the woman or the guy goes away because of that. So everybody wants to pretend. But here is the case when I bring out the real me and you see that you don't like it. Maybe you want to change it and it is not changing. Do you continue to go ahead with the marriage and say maybe it will change after marriage?
No,
Is it
there's nothing
advisable?
changing. There's nothing changing after marriage yet. If you go in with the real character, this is how I am. You now work towards it. The two of you are supposed to come together. Because one, knowing from the onset that the two of you are coming from two different backgrounds, two different ideologies, different parental care. So you are not, the system is not the same. One, you are supposed to adjust to each other. In so doing, you will know each other well. So I want to admonish this young man to just pick one and get and infuse into him what he wants out from the lady. Other than that, he will put two heads together, and if care is not taken, he will lose both.
Thank you so much, Osofo. I think that is where most of our young people are missing out on. Instead of picking the person, dressing the person up the way you want, and then going ahead with the person, they just feel like, okay, let me be selective, have two or three, and then later when I find out who exactly I want, I go with the person. Then at the end of the day, it may cost you all of them away, then you'll be lonely, or it will bring heads together. Thank you so much for taking time to speak with us today on the Dr. Love Show here inside our studios at Shine TV. Once again, I am your host, Na Ashoko Aji, and we'll always give thanks to the Almighty God. Then our proud sponsors, the Papa of the house, Apostle Felix Henry Dowu of Abundance Grace Apostolic Church, Bueller's Collection, Fredco Constructions Company Limited. Also, for any greeting message for anybody today.
To my church, Porter's Triumphant Ministry, and to my very good friend, head pastor, Pastor Isaac Notte, Reverend Isaac Notte. He has been a brother, he has been a friend, he has been my backbone. So I give him thumbs up.
Thank you so much. That was Reverend Michael Adute, the senior pastor for Porter's Triumphant Ministry, Tema Community 5. Thank you so much for staying with us.